Hey team, in this video we're going to chat about communities, the topic of communities, and answer the question by the end of this, is it good or bad? And in fact the question is it good or bad for our audience? I'm going to talk about why it can be good and what we need to avoid so that it isn't a bad experience. Because when it comes to communities, they've been around for decades. It's not a new concept, and we've all joined so many groups and communities over the years. It's like, do I really need another one? I'm going to talk about why I think there is going to be a move back to communities, and especially very specific niche communities. So in our case, we're going to be building a community. We're not after thousands of members. We're just after a couple of hundred very key members that we can help provide value for, and they can grow with us. Let's look at the benefits though. And firstly, a prediction, which is not my prediction, but it is a prediction that I agree with. And that is, with the rise of AI, we're just seeing social channels flooded with AI. And if you've been on LinkedIn or Facebook or any social lately, you'll actually start spotting all the AI stuff. And it's just becoming overwhelming. People are getting jaded by it. If you go onto LinkedIn, I'm sure, like me, you're sick of seeing all those AI-generated posts with the hook, the viral hook, and then the line here, leave a blank line. It's all AI-generated. There's nothing authentic here. It's just a template. People have built massive businesses on these templates, creating this junk. And of course, now AI has just grabbed that template and churning it out at scale. People are getting jaded by that. And there aren't provisions in these platforms to filter it out. I'm pretty sure if there was a filter on LinkedIn that said avoid anything or filter out anything AI in my feed, everyone would tick it on. And of course, the feed would almost reduce by 90%, I suspect. And it's only getting worse. Go to any of the other social channels, you'll know exactly what I mean. It's not only the threads that are created, but it's all the comments that people add. They're all AI generated. And if there's not AI generated stuff, then there's all that virtue signaling and humble bragging and stuff that we're all just sick of. And it's the game that a lot of us feel that we have to play. Feed the social machine, that game. People are getting sick of it, and AI, I think, is the tipping point. So you've got pain on one side. I don't want all the hurdle of joining another community, another group. I'm in already hundreds I've never been in, that kind of stuff. So that's a hurdle. And then we've got the other pain, which is there's just nothing in my feed which is real anymore. I'm not connected with my friends. I'm not actually getting value. I'm just getting AI regurgitated slop. So when those two reach a point where that's too painful, people will move back to communities and actually engage with them. So they're going to be looking for authenticity, real connection. And so what the solution is, and this is, I guess, part of the prediction that I agree with, that I've heard people talking about, is there's going to be a return to communities, but not just any community. They have to be well moderated and closed so that there's not all external factors affecting them and free from AI slop. They need to provide value. So I'm going to talk about the HubShots community in a second and how we're planning to provide that. But let's move on and let's just talk about and recap those requirements. What is a good community? Well, it must have a high signal to noise ratio. I think many people, myself included, maybe you can relate, we just hate all of that filler guff that we see in communities. So we want them to be well moderated. Communities that are just left to run wild will be failures, and those that are well moderated, attention to detail, no AI, they will be successful. So they need to provide valuable content. The members need to be authentic, well vetted, real world experience. We've all seen all those people promoting courses about how to be successful in business, and then they haven't been. They're just creating content to be how to be successful, and it's almost like the way they get successful is selling you courses on how to be successful. They're going to be building communities as well, and people don't want that kind of stuff. So we've got to avoid the engagement bait, the self-promotion, all the AI slop in there. So let me just switch over and talk about the HubShots community, what we're building here. You can go to hubshots.com/community and get an overview of it. You can join the community there. I know most of you in the team watching this are already in the community as we grow it. We've only been doing it a couple of months. We're starting small and building it out. And so let me just tell you what it includes. We're building on the Skool platform, Skool platform. It's one of many community platforms that's working for us. And essentially there's a couple of main tabs here. There's a community with all these updates that we can talk about and people comment and things like that. And then we also have a classroom, which is where we have a bunch of courses, and these are growing each month. Some of these courses have hundreds of lessons, others are very simple, short and sharp, to the point, providing high value to members on how to do particular topics. For example, we've got a course on HubSpot meetings. It's only a couple of lessons, how to set up meetings and get them working effectively in your HubSpot portal. So that's the benefit of a community. They can get high value content. They can actually engage and chat with people about various topics and then feel part of a community that's only small. For example, we only have 138 members. We are very careful. We're only letting in people that we feel they fill out a questionnaire to join, so we're moderating it because we don't want thousands of people joining, filling it up with noise. It ruins it for everyone else. So for our community, we only want people that are a good fit, and we vet them, they come in, and then really my goal probably in terms of members is around 400 to 500 max. We don't want to be going to thousands. We want to keep it nice and comfortable, kind of cozy together. I think that's the future of communities. And that's what we're building this year, and we'll see how that plays out and how that fits into the prediction that by the end of this year, people will be so jaded with social and the AI slop. There's a pushback to these kind of communities. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.